Dark ambient saying that we're not doing that. So 1 week heading into Collision soon, episode 2. This is episode 1 Collision, and the final big match I wanted to talk about before the new episode of Collision airs. Andrade El Idolo versus Brody Matthews of the House of Black. Andrade El Idolo disappeared for a while, and for legitimately insane reasons, because Andrade was just making fights on Twitter with Sammy Guevara, and because Tony Khan did not have the ability of foresight for some godly reason, they kind of got into a fight, and Andrade got sent home, and Sammy got out of trouble again because Jericho was there to back him, and apparently Sammy was trying to, according to reports, we don't know what happened backstage, but this is just what was said, that Sammy didn't even want to start a fight, but Andrade was instigating it, and he was trying to be restrained as best as one can be if you're the sex god. But yeah, so he got moved to Collision months later because Collision is now known as the show where all the more problematic elements are at, because that's a great idea, right? Don't worry, I'm sure we'll see El Idolo back on Dynamite soon enough. Let's just hope things are cool between Sammy and him. Well, we could probably get an answer on All Access eventually. Who knows? Well, Brody Matthews was his returning opponent, and do I even have to explain why this match was so great? In fact, many people thought this was better than the 6-man tag team match, which I thought was also great. I did have a moment though. I did definitely think, even now, I still had this thought process like, is Brody Matthews hurt again? Because he's kind of going through that lately. Is he hurt? Is he well? Was he selling really well? I'm like, we've had precedent where someone sells being hurt and they think it's legit. Mickey James, anyone? So yeah, Andrade El Idolo and Brody Matthews would have a match that, oh god. So near the end of the match, it went down for me a little bit because I was legit worried there was botches going on, and how it looked like Andrade tripped, but he seemed to maneuver into a forearm strike, like he was trying to act like, oh, this was all part of my plan to confuse you, Brody Matthews. When it looked like, when I saw the clip, I was like, did he trip? But he was able to maneuver so well because he's just that good in the ring. And Brody Matthews, like, he was selling that, he was going off that leg pretty well, and definitely did look like he was hurt. But, yeah, I couldn't tell because I'm not a wrestler. I can't tell. I legit thought this was, like, they botched at the last minute, and it was like, oh, damn. But yeah, this is a good match. This is a good match. If this was the one that started the show, it would have been, yep, we got it. We got it. Instead, it was, what, the second match or third match? Which confuses the hell out of me why they would do that. But what happened mostly at the end, like, I was confident Brody Matthews was going to win just from, you know, the fact that he was that damn good. And Andrade, because he wants to call out to his wife, does the figure 8 lock to defeat Brody Matthews by submission, because that's a thing Andrade and Charlotte do. Like, Charlotte on SmackDown did the Andrade pose, because they're clearly, okay, when the closest thing to an AEW crossover is the husband and wife basically selling themselves, trying to basically sell themselves on TV and call each other out, essentially, it makes for the most funniest moments to happen, and then you have to wonder what commentary is going through their minds, like, are we supposed to say something here? Like, am I allowed to say anything here? Like, we can't mention Andrade, or else we'll get sacked by Vince in his rage. Like he did threaten to beat up Michael Cole once, so according to JBL, who just laughs it off like that was just a funny day. And like AEW, they'll mention anyone. They'll be balls to the wall and mention Andrade having a wife that does that, and probably make it a Lulu reference because, you know, just because. Though that's probably Chris Jericho's style if you wanted to go there, and then that could kickstart a feud with him and Andrade, and he could go ahead and be in JAS Purgatory for about a good month or two. Luckily that wasn't the case. But what did happen, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. This is the one time. This is a big first for Collision. I hated what happened after. Oh, the matches are going to be great. The story they'll tell is going to be great. The endgame match is clearly going to be godly. I just don't like it because I kind of wanted us to go the other route. So Andrade defeats Buddy Matthews in a hellacious match, and Andrade tries to shake Buddy Matthews' hand. Buddy Matthews looks like he's going to accept, and the lights go out. The House of Black show up, where Julia Hart is still sitting at the edge of the ring ramp, and they beat the living hell out of Andrade El Idolo. And sure enough, we got a feud for tonight's Dynamite Collision, where Andrade El Idolo will take on Brody King, y'all, and that will clearly lead to Andrade taking on Malakai Black. I legitimately hated that. Not because it was bad, it's because it was like, I kind of wanted Andrade and Malakai to work together again, because they did work together and were looking badass when they did a pseudo tag team together, though that was reportedly said to mostly because it was Zelina's involvement. Potentially, that clearly is no longer the case. That was a potential, but it didn't happen. But Thea at the time, she was out of WWE, and Malakai got sacked from WWE. Then Thea cried because apparently she thought she was still with her husband, and she only went back because of her husband. And then WWE pulls this stunt, and she couldn't get out of it, which is messed up when you think about it for more than a second. But they've turned it around with her. She's turned it around. So dark stuff that has a happy ending. But I just liked the team up of Malakai and Andrade for God knows what reason. It's just, I think because, and if I had to guess, it's because comparing Malakai's dark colored aesthetics that he used for his gear and Andrade's more white colored aesthetics, and like he's the dark light and he's darkness incarnate and he's more of a dark light user, sort of like that, and the skull coming with it was awesome. But I just kind of wanted to see them work together again, and if Theo and Zelina was still a free agent and she was going to be part of the storyline, I keep saying, like, if they did a match, I would expect her to come out, smack both these boys, and tell them to grow up and work together because, well, let's see, one's her best friend and the other is her husband, who I'm still surprised didn't go after Vince and kicked his ass after he fired his wife, and then sent him home to recuperate because, you know, he's just going to get over the fact that we sacked his wife for her job because how dare she do OnlyFans and Twitch.
I should be like you, Mel.
Oh no, it's Selena. She does the Twitch and the OnlyFans. We need our security troopers ready at the door. I'm still stunned by that. The fact that she came back is a miracle in itself. But yeah, this was a good match. Like I said, it's a great match. You should definitely check it out. I personally just did not like the fact that it's going to be a feud instead of them teaming up, because that would have been freaking awesome, and I would have been enjoying it, and I like the Andrade Malakai pairing, because it's just fun to see, and it was short-lived, and I wanted it to continue after Full Gear that time when they were feuding with Cody Rhodes, Like, it was just a fun time. Like, seeing Malakai do the dark out entrance and come back in out of nowhere, and Andrade standing beside him, it was like, okay, I'm kind of invested in this. I'm kind of interested in this tag team. Let's do it. Like, they could work it. They could make it work. And if they got Selena, it definitely would have worked. But no, they didn't. They scrapped the whole thing, and here we are now. Now they get a feud. It's going to be an awesome match. Series of matches we're going to get. I just kind of wish they worked together before a big storyline like that would happen. But Collision needs content for this. I don't think they could have made some tag team with a tag team up, but what do I know? I'm not Booker. But we'll see. Shock of all shocks. Eric Brown of NRE said something negative about this match. Oh no, the end is nigh. It almost was last night when I heard that big news that happened in that other country that we don't like to talk about, because if we do, then we'll go into a political discourse rant and hear annoying people who will go ahead and praise the other side. Like, dude. But anyways, enough about my absent takes on that last part. Collision, I keep calling it Dynamite because I've been so used to the one show, and then there was Rampage. But Collision is coming on the air in a few minutes. I'll see you all again soon. This is your host, Eric Brown of Neo Reality Entertainment, NRE The WrestleVerse. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, check out my content in the description below. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you all again. Peace out, and enjoy Collision all. Peace.